Hey guys, what is up? This is Castle Perfect here, once again bringing you another video. Yes, it's been a couple of days once more, and I've been busy with life. So anyways guys, let's go ahead and get started. The guy that I'm facing for this battle is actually Theorenzzz. That's his name. I met him on the Smogon believe forums, yes, the battle finder, and you know, looking at his team a little bit, it's a freaking rain dance team, like for real. Like, I am so scared of this thing. In every single tier they are so devastating, it's just unbelievable. But I gotta deal with them, so I'm gonna start off with Win, aka my black cherry sword. He leads off with a Torterra, which is like perfect for me because I can go straight for the flamethrower and possibly take him out in one shot. Unfortunately, he leaves with like a little bit of HP and is able to set up the rocks on my field, which is not so good because, you know, I got a lot of guys who do not like these stealth rocks such as my black cherry sword. But anyway, I gotta deal with that at this point. So I'm actually going to go for the flamethrower to finish off his Torterra, and the game just immediately turns to a 6-5, which is great. He's gonna bring in his Seismic Toad, which is gonna get burned. I actually was thinking this thing might set up the rain, and might that be the case? It could also be a physical attacker, I have no idea. There is no guarantee of like knowing exactly what kind of Pokemon your opponent will have, so just taking precautions here and going for the Will-O-Wisp was like my best thing, or my best move to pull. So at this point, it was a really stupid move on my part, I gotta say, because I could have gone for the Endor and see what he's gonna use on the next turn, so I can prepare myself for whatever it's coming. So he goes for the Hydro Pump and takes down my Charizard. The game turns into a 5v5, and I'm gonna bring out my Rampage as I go for the Protect, just to activate my Poison Boost ability because of the Toxic Orb, and also to scout what kind of move he's gonna use on the next turn, which also turns out to be a Hydro Pump. So it seems like he's spamming Hydro Pumps all over the place, so I managed to like predict him this time and go out into my Cacturn and use his hidden ability Water Absorb, which is amazing because like he did not do that much damage, and that's great because going for the Protect and stalling for a little bit of burn and all those switches and stuff, it actually managed to give me an opportunity to take him down with a Sucker Punch. That's exactly what I go for. So the game is a 5-4 situation at this point. So he's gonna bring out his Rotom Fan form, which is, you know, it's fine by me. I was actually having this skeptical feeling that he might go for the Thunder Wave. So since like Weezing is the only thing on my team who could take that Thunder Wave pretty nicely without any side effects, because I mean, had I gone for my Torterra, things wouldn't be like that much smoother, because there is also the chance that he might go for Air Slash or something like that. So like going for Stank was my best choice. So now that Stank is actually paralyzed, he's gonna pull a Fold Switch, which also tells me that he's not locked into anything. So basically, it's not a Choice Scarf, it's not a Choice Banish, it's not a Choice Specs, it's none of those things, which I'm grateful about, because those things can be so annoying whenever they're Choice Scarf or anything else. So I actually go for the Pain Split and I get paralyzed, unfortunately, as he brings out his Duocean, which is, you know, it's fine by me. So I'm going to switch out into Cacturn, thinking he might go for the Psychic or something along those lines, but he does go for the Calm Mind instead, and I'm gonna go for a Swords Dance, which is very stupid on my part, because at this point in this game I actually forgot that Duocean has access to the move Signal Beam, and I actually thought he might like go for another Calm Mind or something like that in order to take me out with something less powerful, but that took me off guard, and he's able to take down my Cacturn because I let my guard down. Unfortunately, my brains did not work at that point. So that was a very bad move. So the game is 4-4 at this point. Things are not looking too shabby. I bring out Torterra. I know this is a very bad matchup because I know that he just used Signal Beam, but the reason why I did this is because I want to set up my Stealth Rocks, knowing that he still has the Breath Fury on his team that can take some pretty heavy damage, and also the Rotom Fan form. So like, I really wanted to like sacrifice my Torterra at this point. Now it turns out I'm faster, which is great, so I'm gonna be able to actually, before I go down, go for the Wood Hammer, do a massive amount of damage to a point where I know that Rampage with a Facade will definitely take down that Duocean, even though it actually has the very high chance of having that item that boosts your defense, special defense, when a Pokemon is not fully evolved. I believe it's like an Everstone or something. I don't even know. I can't quite remember the name of that item, but I'll put it down in an annotation. So anyways, he's gonna bring out his Breath Fury, and the game turns into a 4v3, which is great. And it seems like he's going to go for the Superpower. However, this is very good for me because I do in fact notice that There is a slight chance that he might pull a switch right now because, of course, he's got a -1 attack, -1 defense. But there is also a very high chance that his Breviary is like choiced in some way. So him switching out like this makes me suspicious. So I actually go for the Sludge Bomb predicting a switch. However, it in fact did work out in the end because he goes out into his Ludicolo, and that's great because that's super effective. And I almost took him down. And also the reason for why I stayed here. I stayed in because, you know, I think like Weezing is like the Pokemon that I have less use for at this point, even though it can sponge those hits pretty well from Breviary. But like I need to sacrifice Weezing in order to bring out something else to deal with like everything else that he has on his team. So at this point he's just spamming Giga Drains all over the place. I am not able to pull another Sludge Bomb because I get paralyzed, and that sucks. So Sten goes down, and his Ludicolo is not looking too healthy, so I'm actually going to bring out my Rampage, and I'm gonna finish him off with a Facade. Now, one thing he does not know at this point is that I have Quick Attack on my Zangoose, which always takes a lot of people out of, you know, off guard, and that's a very awesome move to have on the Zangoose. But anyways, he's gonna bring out his Breviary once again, and the game is pretty good because it's now turned into, I believe, 3v2. And yeah, I go for the Protect to see what this guy is actually going to use on the next turn. Turns out he's still going for the Superpower, and I still have one Poison type Pokemon on my team, which is gonna deal so massive damage right now. He's gonna show who's boss here, and that is going to be my Muck. Basically, Sludge is going to take that Superpower like a boss, alright? He's gonna get that attack and defense drop, which is good for me because in a way I can sponge more of his moves. And him switching out right now absolutely told me that he's definitely choiced in some way. It could be Choice Scarf, but I don't think it's Choice Banded because it would have done a lot more damage, I believe, if it was Choice Banded. But that was not the case. Well, however, I do go for the Gunk Shot, and I miss on the switch against his Rotom Fan Form, which is a shame because he's going to be able to paralyze me with a Thunder Wave, which in the end did not matter at all because Weezing did not get paralyzed, I believe, not even a single time. So that's very awesome. Because of the, you know, Stealth Rock damage, I'm able to like KO this guy because there is also the opportunity that, or the chance that his Rotom Fan Form could have had like the item Focus Sash. So anyways, just breaking those are amazing with Stealth Rocks. But I do take him out with a Gunk Shot, which is great, and he's down to his last Pokemon. He goes for the Trash. And like, I mean, I haven't like seen that move for like ever on the Wi-Fi Battleground. Like, that's amazing to see that. So I actually take him down with the Thunder Punch with Muck, which brings this game to an end. The game, I believe, ended in a 3 versus 0 because he had no Pokemon left. The game was really awesome, guys. I thank you very much for watching. If you would like to comment on this video, I would totally appreciate it. I love reading comments. Creative criticism is always good, and giving me a thumb up would also help out my channel to be exposed to more people, and more people could like watch my videos and stuff like that, and more happy days, of course. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave you with this narration and this video. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and this has been Castador, and I am out.